kick from Yashvili, which gives Wales an opportunity. Now they've got to be thinking drop goal. Stephen Jones got to be thinking smash Jamie Roberts up the middle, look for the drop goal.
Stephen Jones and Jamie Roberts are just having a chat. The ball was tapped back. Here is Stephen Jones. There is Jamie Roberts up to the 22. Jones not yet in the position to put the drop goal over. He's calling the backs around him. He's looking to give it one more go. Faletau. Ball's been lost. Wales have got to wrestle back this for all they're worth. Stephen Jones still calling for the ball. This is Bradley Davis. How much longer? Does Stephen Jones fancy the drop goal? Is that what they're trying for? Won't be in a better position than he is now, but they're still looking for more. And then he loses the ball. French will have possession from the knock-on, and then they will have the penalty.
On the ground, wait for the ball, please.
And you're just wondering why they didn't go for the drop goal.
That was poor play by Wales there, and Stephen Jones really should have gone into the pocket and gone for the drop goal. He was on right in the middle of the field. He was bashing away the forwards, and really poor option to take the ball up, and loses the ball, and the chance is gone now. That might be the one chance Wales get.
Howley, Gatland and McBride hope that it isn't. Pride on Warren Gatland's face this week as he was invited on home soil, remember, to speak of what it means to be looking after his adopted country and how well they've played. They've won so many friends in this part of the world over the last couple of months. Very few would want them to see them go out here, but for the time being it is the French who remain just a point ahead. Jones goes high. Vincent Clerc's underneath. Phillips. Hoists and hopes. Medar took his time and did the job well.
Tiny bit too far from Mike Phillips. I think the only disappointment, Nick, is I think Nick is saying Wales have won so many admirers for the way they played. You just don't want them to lose in this fashion where it's been so controversial, and at the end of the game we could be talking about the referee instead of about what's happened on the field of play.
Still wondering why they didn't go for that drop goal. They're going to spend the next 5 minutes trying to engineer a position that was as good as that one. Here goes Halfpenny. As it is, they're having to run from deep now. A little over 6 minutes to go. Jenkins flings it wide to George North. Comes back in field cleverly, knowing what the French will have tried to have done if he'd have gone towards the touchline. Bennett to Jones, flings it wide to Halfpenny. Got some space. The French know all about Stephen Jones. Oh no, they can't afford to concede a penalty in this kind of area now either. Charteris held up by Aaron Ordegui. The ball was stripped away by Julien Pierre, and it is a French concession of the penalty. A stride or so in from halfway.
Hugely fortunate there for Wales. I think France had done brilliantly to get a turnover, and Luke Charteris will be worth that hand injury I think he's got there. I don't know how he managed to get away with that.
I think this might be beyond the range of Stephen Jones, but I just wonder whether Lee Halfpenny might fancy it.
Yeah, he's got to step up. You can just Lee Halfpenny's been brilliant tonight. I'm sure he's in the zone. Just see here, I think they've got the turnover there. I think Luke Charteris really lucky, put his hand back on the ball. I think he's Mass is very unlucky here to get penalised for that.
Oh, goodness. French are making a change with 5 minutes to go. Out inside, Julien Bonner has been replaced by that man, Fulgent Suedrago.
the way Lee Halfpenny's played tonight as well. There's no one else who want to take this kick. He's been absolutely brilliant, and I hope he kicks this one.
He's definitely got the distance. He's definitely got the head, despite the young shoulders. An entire nation wishes and prays for Lee Halfpenny. Oh, he's given it a thump, and it was just under. Halfpenny from halfway, and the French are not made to pay. Charteris was fortunate, Nicolas Maz was unlucky, but don't talk to Wales about refereeing decisions.
Agonisingly close for Wales, agonisingly close.
5 minutes to go. Halfpenny again for Wales. Tackled by Mermoz. Jones to Davis, flings it wide to Jamie Roberts, but again, you flirt with the touchline and the French will shove you over it. They've done it all night.
Yeah, they defended brilliantly, France. Every time Wales have been in that sort of 5 metre area, which is something they use a lot, France have just smashed them into touch. Our second man coming in, which is all important. Harren Ordeke in that case, pushing them over the touchline.
Some space-age contraption that I've never seen before. It's like something out of Star Trek, getting Harren Ordeke back on his feet. Julien Bonner can barely believe that at this stage in the match, and having played against Wales for the bulk of an hour, a man down, they're still having to hang on. Nalle's done a sterling job at the front of the French line-out. Half a dozen takes. 4 minutes to go, becomes 3 minutes to go. Ball's loose. It's an important ball to be won back, and Nalle was there, and it's going to be Welsh possession at the scrum. Joe Mazzo can't watch. The old stager of French rugby, curly-haired Joe, has gone off for a fag. He won't be the only one.
No, definitely, it's very, very tense stuff. France they're clinging on, they're hanging on, they just want to drive line out, kick the ball away. They're giving Wales opportunities.
Got to get the ball away quickly, and they do. Phillips to Jones. Shane Williams, a career full of magical moments, needs just one more, and it would be the most magical. Charteris tackled on halfway by Rougerie, who doesn't stop there. Ryan Jones has given his all since he came on. Phillips gave Wales hope with that try. Faletau. I only wonder how he's got any energy left as well. 90 seconds to go. Brad Davis. This one is a little bit closer now. French concede a penalty here, and it'll be interesting. Jonathan Davis. All about execution, precision. French defence against Welsh ambition. Bradley Davis, helped on by Jones. Into the final minute of what has been a pulsating World Cup semi-final. Will the talking point be Sam Warburton sending off? Or is the last big line waiting to be written? Williams to Roberts, held up by Pierre. Davis. Now they're getting closer to the 22. Now the French have really got to be careful. 15 seconds to go. There can be no more room for error. Charteris. Zarzewski dives in. Phillips. Falatau. Time's up. This is it. This is it for Wales. Has to be now or not at all. Bennett. They're hoping above hope that the French do transgress. But through all of these phases, that blue line has looked impregnable and it's looked disciplined. Charteris. The war is being raged on that 10-metre line. Ball's loose, picked up by Falatau. There will be one more go. Phillips, Jones. 3 French tacklers couldn't dislodge the ball. For those of you who can still bear to watch back home, Wales still have a hope of making the final. But something heroic will have to happen now. Jones. Oh, and the ball's been lost, and the French have picked it up. And the heroism comes to nothing. Game over. Dream over. But Wales could have given no more. It will, however, be France in next Sunday's World Cup final.
Yeah, full credit to France. The way they played second half, they got the result that their efforts probably deserved. But a huge talking point in the game is going to be Sam Warburton sending off, because it definitely changed the context of the game.
How proud are you of the team that you once played for, that you once skippered, Michael Owen?
Oh, they've been immense. They've had a tremendous World Cup. It's such a shame to lose in this manner. Wales lose. If they lose, they lose. They've given a great account of themselves. It's just that sending off was unjust. It was unfair. It spoiled the game. You haven't seen the best of the Welsh team, and because of that, and I just think it's such a shame that a great tournament, critical moment, you've got the talking point is the referee and not the action on the field.
Yep, the sense of injustice will live for as long as they talk about rugby in Wales. But it is France, it is them through to the final. They have beaten Wales, who have given absolutely everything, by a single point. Wales 8, France 9.
It is one of the great performances, but also one of the great injustices. Despite all the Welsh courage, the referee's role was so cruelly decisive this evening. Admiration, analysis and accusation will all come from our studio panel in the next few minutes, but it's France who go through to the World Cup final. In the end, this was how close they came. A halfpenny short, Wales shortchanged in the World Cup semi-final. But they haven't shortchanged the Welsh fans, the Millennium crowd, frustrated, crushed and angry. And this is the reason for the anger. Warburton sent off unbelievably for a tackle that was exuberant, but surely not a red card. And we'll have further reaction from our studio panel to all aspects of that courageous Welsh performance in a few minutes' time. But first of all, let's get the Welsh reaction from Gethin Jenkins. We will get the sound sorted on that Gethin Jenkins interview in just a moment. Let's get the reaction first of all from Martin Williams here in the studio, ex-Welsh captain. You've been part of that squad right up to the last few weeks, and you must be mighty proud of what you saw in that second half.
Yeah, it's mixed emotions, devastation, but I think that's the bravest Welsh performance I've ever seen. They were unbelievable. So, and not only brave, they dominated the game. When Sam went off, I thought they just, the stats showed France made twice as many tackles. Unbelievable effort from the guys.
Give us an idea of the way the odds were stacked